everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to say about Sir M. Visvesvaraya, as you know, the builder of dams, bridges, and a nation. So I am going to say a story in that you can know about Sir Visvesvaraya. Dud, 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 dud. The book fell down as Mangala reached for an old trunk. Amma came running. Ah, my Sir MV book, she said and picked it up. He autographed it, he autographed it for Muttaji. See, Mangala sat next to her mother. Did you know your great grandmother went to college only because of him? Amma asked. But wasn't Sir MV an engineer? What did he have to do with Muttaji's education? Asked Mangala. Oh, yes, he was an engineer and built bridges and dams and buildings. But he also did so much more. You know that. Tomorrow let's go to Mudanahalli, the place where he was born. The house in the hills, in the small village of Mudanahalli, near present day Bengaluru, is a house surrounded by rocky hills. Here a baby boy was born on September 15, 1860. Next, a baby boy was born on September 15, 1860. Next to his house is a small office that he built when he became an engineer. The office is now a museum. Each exhibit tells a story about this engineer, Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. Now that's really a long name, so people started referring to him as Sir MV. His friends called him Vishwa. Off to the city. As a young boy, Vishwa had to walk a long way to school. Looking at his preciously frail build, a teacher is supposed to have remarked that he would not live long, but this did not worry young Vishwa or his family. All they wanted was for him to have a good education. When he was 15, Vishwa's father passed away. He continued his schooling in Chikballapur and Bengaluru and then studied arts in Central College. He barely had money. Luckily, a couple took him in. In return for board, lodging, and a small sum of money, he tutored their two children. Vishwa graduated in 1881 and got a scholarship to study civil engineering at the College of Science in Pune. He topped the course. When Visvesvaraya graduated from Central College, Bengaluru, Principal Charles Water presented him with a dictionary. Visvesvaraya used it for next 80 years. A very thrifty person, he once said in a speech, if you buy what you do not need, you will need what you cannot buy. Heading to work. As university topper, Visvesvaraya was appointed assistant engineer in public works department of government of Mumbai. Within months, he built a structure called Saipon to bring water from Panjara river to a village called the Dadatri. While there, he came to work from camp office across Panjara river. How did he travel to work? On horseback, of course, since this was in 1884. One evening it was raining so hard that the river was flooded and Visvesvaraya could not ride back to the traveller's bungalow. For 2 days the villagers of Nandavan and Dattari offered him food and accommodation. But on third morning he had to return to camp office. What did he do? He just swam back with help of bill workers. Can you imagine how strong he had been? Contrary to the to that early predecession. Vishweshwaraya's public works, which started then, went on for over 7 decades. Team clearing sand from bed of stream. You can see here picture. Vishwesvaraya was passionate about water conversion. He designed many water supply, drainage, and irrigation systems across the country. Visvesvaraya also designed or advised on water supply systems in Aden, now in Yemen, Kolhapur, Indore, Gwalior, Bhopal, Nagpur, Goa, Rajkot, Bhavnagar, Baroda, Sangli, and across Bihar and Odisha. 1894, Service in Sindh designed a water filtration system on riverbed to supply clean water to Sukkur in Sindh, now in Pakistan. 1889, New irrigation system designed a system for irrigation for Bombay Presidency that could distribute water to large blocks of land and increase the output of crops. It was called block system of irrigation. Next, 1908, drainage for Hyderabad, cyclonic rains caused because River to flood. Thousands of people were killed. The Nizam of Hyderabad invited Visvesvaraya to design drainage and water supply system to prevent such losses. Automatic sluice gates. The Khandak Kavsla reservoir, Pune's water source, would overflow every monsoon, but the water that it could hold wasn't enough for the summer. Vishwesvaraya designed a system of automatic gates that increased the capacity of reservoir, which he painted as automatic close gates. Similar systems were installed in Tigra Dam near Galiral and Krishna Raja Sagar Dam near Mysore. The Mysore years. In 1909, after he finished working as a consulting engineer in Hyderabad, Visvesvaraya received a telegram from the Dewan of Mysore offering him the post of chief engineer. But Visvesvaraya was no longer interested in routine work. So he asked if we could work on developing industries and technical education in the state. The government agreed. Sri Krishna Raja Vadiyar Fort, the Maharaja of Mysore, asked him to design a dam across the river Kaveri. Previously, Vishwesvaraya had visited large irrigation projects like Aswan Dam in Egypt. He had observed how many engineers they worked and came up with design for Krishna Rajasagara Dam, built over many years. It is spectacular construction and thousands of people still visit it every day. In 1912, when KRS Dam was built, it supplied power to Kolar goldfields. It had a tunnel that was nearly 3 kilometers long, bored through a hill range. It led to cultivation of sugar cane, giving rise to larger sugar mills in the region. It was largest dam in India. Education for all. In 1912, the Maharaja offered the post of Duvan to Vishvesvaraya, but he was anxious to have opportunities to develop technical educations and industries in the state, and he didn't want to any high office. However, Maharaja insisted and Vishvesvaraya became the Divan. As someone who knew the worth of good education, Visvesvaraya wanted to set up schools and colleges. During his period as Devan, between 1912 and 1918, the number of educational institutions in the state went up from just 4,568 to 11,295 94. The Maharani's College in Mysore became the first in state to include degree courses for women. Visvesvaraya was also responsible for starting technical education colleges, engineering colleges, and agriculture education. He introduced compulsory education, which is now fundamental right in Indian Constitution. On visit to his old school in Mudanehalli, he gave a packet of chocolates to the students. When he was asked to give a speech, Sir MV spoke only for 5 minutes because he wasn't prepared. Unhappy with that, he came back a few days later with a well prepared speech. When he resigned as chairman of Mysore Iron Works, which he founded, a large sum of money was due to him. Vishvesvaraya wanted it to be used to start a college where boys could learn a profession. So the Sri Jaya Chamarajendra occupational institution was set up in Bengaluru. It is now called Sri Jaya Charmajendra Polytechnic. The first Ganesha made at Mysore Iron Works later remained Visvesvaraya Iron and Steel Plant. Institutions that Sir MV helped to set up. These are institutions that Sir MV helped to set up. First, Government Engineering College, renamed University Visvesvaraya College of Engineering. It is in Bangalore. Hebbal Agriculture School that led to formation of University of Agriculture Sciences. Next, Sri Jaya Chamarendra Politic College, Bangalore. This is that here. This is Mysore University. An honor for the genius. By now, Visvesvaraya was recognized for his work as an engineer and a leader in many parts of our country. In 1950, while he was Divan of Mysore, the British government made him a Knight Commander of the Order of Indian Empire. From then on, he was called Sir M. Visvesvaraya. The visionary that he was, Visvesvaraya visited factories and big construction projects in many countries, not only to provide with his services, but also to see how he could bring development to India. He felt Indians' poverty could only be reduced if education and employment were available to everyone. He often boldly declared industrial or perish. But during the same time, Gandhiji used to say industrialists and perish. Even though the two great men who didn't have same views about industrialization, they respected each other. Strong beliefs. Visvesvaraya was a very simple man. He focused almost all his energy and thoughts on nation building. He believed that all people should be respected for work they did. During the Mysore Dasara celebrations, British officers sat on chairs while Indian officers had to sit on floor to remain standing at back. Visvesvaraya stopped going to these darbars because of discrimination. The government noticed this and got chairs for Indian officers too. A special car ride. Once when Visvesvaraya was cute old, quite old, he wanted to go to his village. Chief Minister Kengal Hanumantiya said that he could take a government car, but as he wasn't going on official business, Visvesvaraya refused. So the CM drove him in his personal car. Team leader. Big buildings and structures cannot be built by a single person. Dreamers, researchers, funders, mason laborers, and many others have to work together to Build them. Sir MV worked hard and efficiently, inspiring everyone around him to give their best too. Once, when he was studying tour in America, Vishwaraya's host said the group had to climb a four floor high ladder to see how a particular machine worked. Everyone was scared, not Sir MV. He climbed nimbly all the way to the top. He was 85 years old. In his 90s, he was called upon Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru to examine several proposals for bridges to be built over the Ganga. He first did a aerial survey of the region. No one expected him to come to inspect the rocky and dangerous terrain. Since Sir MV never did anything without through study and preparation, of course, he traveled to region to make notes. Based on location selected by him, a road cum railway bridge was built near Mukama, Bihar. Love for reading. Sir MV was always eager to learn. When he was more than 100 years old, a relative asked him that what he wanted from China. Get me a good modern dictionary, he replied. The dictionary is now in Mudanahalli Museum. Sir MV helped to set up the Mysore Agriculture Residential School. It later became the University of Agriculture Sciences. The rock on which he liked to sit has been named after him. Among the books in his personal library were poems, poems of Kabir, Arabian Nights, Mark Twain's Tom Sawyer Abroad, Charles Dickens, the Pickwick Papers, Dr. Peter Sammit's Don't Be Tired, Macmillan's Promotion of Happiness, and Rabindranath Tagore's Stray Birds. Also in library were books that he wrote, Memoirs of My Working Life, Construction India, Nation Building, a 5-year plan for provenance and prosperity through industry. As an Indian and a person who valued education and discipline, Sir MV was an inspiration to millions of people. Among them was a boy called Ramu who used to read out from newspapers when Visvesvaraya eyesight became weak. He wanted Ramu to come to time, read to him, and leave for school on time. For this, MV Sir MV paid 10 paisa every day. Ramu's reading improved and he grew up to become a teacher. After he retired, he became scout master in Tumkuru and taught physical exercise, memory games, first aid and sports to children for free. Mangala and Amma had been learning about Vishvesvaraya for a week. Amma, so Muttaji couldn't get a degree because of Sir M. introduced graduate studies in Mysore. Mangala asked. Amma nodded. Ajji had an account in Mysore Bank founded by Sir M.V. Amma nodded. You worked at Kannada Sahitya Parishad? Amma nodded. And now I want to visit Visvesvaraya Industrial and Technological Museum, which was set up in his memory, said Mangala. Yes, let's go there next week on his birthday, said Amma. Visvesvaraya's Industrial and Technological Museum, this is September 15 is celebrated as National Indians Engineers Day in honor of Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, an outstanding engineer and visionary. Visvesvaraya helped set up Karnataka Sahitya Parishad, later renamed Kannada Sahitya Parishad, in Bengaluru to bring together people who spoke different dialects of other language. This is Sir MV's office turn which to a museum. This is Sir MV's office timeline of life events. September 15, 1860, born to their he born to Venkateswaramma and Srinivasa Shastri in Mudanahalli. 1875, went to Bengaluru to pursue BA. 1883, graduated with a degree in civil engineering at College of Science, Pune. 1884, started working at PWD Government of Bombay. 1909, appointed Chief Engineer Mysore. 1912, appointed the Divan of Mysore. 1915, became Sir M.V. when King George V of Britannia made him a Knight Commander of Order of Indian Empire for his contributions to public good. 1955, honored with his Bharat Ratna for his contribution for engineering, education, and nation building. April 14, 1962, he passed away 5 months short of his 102 birthday. These are dams which he built. First, you can see is Kada Kavasla Dam in Maharashtra and Dhule in Maharashtra. And this is Kannada Sahitya Parishad. This is Mysore Sandal Oil Factory, and this is State Bank of Mysore, which was built by Visvesvaraya. Always an inspiration. This photo you can see now, it is Sir MV's room at Mudanahalli Museum. See here how nice it is. And here you can see the farmer's tribute art on a bullock court. So thank you everyone. Meet you next channel. Meet you next video.